Hey guys, thanks for tuning into CMTEQ channel. This is tutorial number 11 in our series of learning. Now consider this here as an artificial intelligence, okay? An artificial intelligence device like this one here. You can see this AI machine here is loaded with all sorts of mathematical equations. But mind you, this AI will not understand anything if the user or the creator or the programmer of this AI have not loaded all this information into the machine and learn it and teach it a way to record other informations. So this is how a software program works. A program is only as clever as the information that you load into it or what you tell it to do. Okay? So right now we want to write a program that will decide whether a number is a vowel or a consonant. Okay? That is in the English alphabet. Now if we don't give this program that we are about to write the correct information, he will never know. Now without wasting any further time, let's get coding. Okay, so to begin with, we understand that we want to compare characters. Okay, we understand that we want to check whether the character is a vowel or a consonant. So the first thing to do is we have to define a variable that's going to hold our character. So the variable type must be character. Now if you are unsure about variable type, please check on my previous tutorial where I talk about C programming variable. Now this variable C of type char will be holding all the user input that we're going to enter, so that our AI, artificial intelligence machine, will be able to determine whether what we just entered is a vowel or a consonant. Now there is one more thing. Your artificial intelligence machine will not know whether you've entered the character with uppercase or lowercase unless you tell it that I've entered an uppercase or a lowercase. Now to do so, we are going to define another variable of type integer, and we're going to call it lower vowel. And another one we're going to call it upper vowel. Now we have two variables of type integers that are going to be telling our program whether the character entered by the user is a lowercase or an uppercase. Okay? Now the next thing to do is then to ask the user to enter a character. And to do that, we call print function, printf. Then we say, please enter an alphabet letter. And the next thing is to call the scanf function, because the scanf function is then going to handle what the user is going to input. So we're going to use a %C, okay, for character, and then we're going to pass it to the variable char that's going to hold that character. Okay, so now we've successfully completed the part where the user is going to enter a character, and we're going to handle it with the scanf function. Okay, so now we need now to write the code that is going to determine whether it's a lowercase or an uppercase. Now to do that, we're going to hard code it. Now we know that in the English alphabet, as shown here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vowel, okay, and the rest are consonant. So we're going to tell our AI machine how the lower cases vowel looks like, and also tell our AI machine how the upper cases vowel looks like. That way the AI machine will know when it is a lowercase or when it is a uppercase. Now to do that, let's just write a comment here. Evaluate lowercase character. Then we're going to call our variable of type int, that is lower vowel, and we C, that is the character that the user is going to enter, is equal to A, or C is equal to E, or C is equal to I, or C is equal to O, or C is equal to U, and semicolon. Now we've got all the lowercase character of type. Now we need to write the same script, but this time in upper cases. Now to go ahead, I'm just going to copy it, okay, and I'm going to replace this here with upper cases. U, and then write a comment. We're gonna say evaluate uppercase character. Okay, now our artificial intelligence machine is becoming more clever because he knows these are the upper and these are the lower cases, so he will be able to check them. And this one here should be actually changed to upper. Okay, that way we're not going to be getting lower vowel for upper vowel. Okay, now we come to the point where we need now to write a script that will empower the AI to actually tell whether these upper or lower cases characters are either a vowel or they are consonant. Okay, now to do that, we're going to write an if statement or an if else statement. So we're going to say this statement return true if C is a vowel. So we're gonna go ahead and say if lower vowel or upper vowel, print F %C, we pass C there, is a vowel. So what this statement means here, so whether it's a lowercase or an uppercase, we know already what are lower cases we're expecting. They are all vowel. So this if statement will check whether it's an uppercase vowel or a lowercase vowel that are already hard-coded into our script. The AI machine here will know that those are vowels, so the statement will print here. So when this statement evaluate if whatever the value that C is holding that the user entered is among these two statements here, okay, then this is true, so we print here. Okay, else we go ahead and copy. To save time, we just say consonant. So let's go ahead and run this program and see what are the possible glitches we can get from this program as we try to make our AI clever. Now let's go ahead and run this program. Okay, so please enter an alphabet letter. So I'm going to enter A, capital A. Then it says A is a vowel. Okay, so the program is working. Now let me enter a lowercase a. It still says A is a vowel. Great. Now let's enter a uppercase consonant. Okay, G is a consonant. Okay, everything is hunky-dory. Let's enter a lowercase g. G is a consonant. Now, what if we enter number 4? There is a problem. 4 is a consonant, but we know that 4 is a number. Okay? So there is a problem there. What if we enter a question mark? It's a question mark is a consonant, so clearly there is a problem in our code. So our AI here, the artificial intelligence that we just programmed here, is unable to really say which one is a consonant. And the problem is because anything that is not part of these conditions, that the character that we define here, lowercase or uppercase, is a consonant. So which means so long as it's not part of this, then it's a consonant. So we know that is a problem. Now to fix that, we need to add another condition here. So we're going to use an if else statement. So we're going to say if. We're going to introduce a new function, and the function name is called is alpha, and we're passing a parameter into that function as c, which is the variable that the user is entering, the character. Now we have to check this function here is just like a printf or scanf function, but this one here, it's check whether the character that we just enter is part of an alphabet. That's why it's called is alpha. But we have to negate it. So we have to say is not. So if this one here is not alpha, that means it's not part of the alphabet, then we have to print something. So if it's not part of the alphabet, we're going to print, let's just copy the print line here, and then we paste it here, and then we're going to say error the character entered is not an alphabet. So we're not passing anything there, so we can just remove there. So if the character that we enter is not part of an alphabet, we're going to print this line, error the character entered is not an alphabet. Else if this condition, then we come in checking this one here. Else if this is true, then we say it is a vowel. Else, then we say it is a consonant. So we've got now 3 conditions. So the first condition, it will check if it's an alphabet. If it's not an alphabet, then we're going to print this. If it's part of an alphabet, then we're going to check for this condition. If this condition is true, then we say it's a vowel based on what we define here. But if this condition is also false, then we go ahead and print it is then a consonant. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Please enter an alphabet. So I'm going to go ahead and first enter the question mark, and then it's a error. The character entered is not an alphabet. As you can see, it is working. But if I enter A, it's gonna say A is a vowel. If I enter Z, it's gonna say Z is a consonant. So the program is working perfectly. Our artificial intelligence machine is working as expected, and we can call him a clever AI machine. So this is it for this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to CMTEQ channel and give this tutorial a thumbs up. Until next time, cheers.